Spanish language an option, and would that be included in the price?
To study Spanish?
Mm.
That would, based on the way we design the program, and if all the students are usually traveling together and that sort of thing, Spanish might not be an option, or it might be difficult to figure out when the other students would, they would be taken away from these excursions. But we might be able to work something out. I'm not sure.
How are the host families chosen? How are they selected? Families you've used in the past?
Yes. We have our network of family. Well, we have our kind of logistic coordinator on the place that we work with, and they're locating families and looking for families. At the same time, we have background checks with the families, and we have special interviews with them to get information about family, why they're hosting, why they want to have somebody for them to stay with them. So we try to have to consider all the safety and security issues in the family within the homestay families. Yeah, and definitely we are looking for the financial situation of the family so they can accommodate to a person or two in the family for a certain period of time.
Is there any, depending on the size of the group, do you negotiate prices at all? If we're sending 20 versus 100 students, is there a way to lower the cost of the program?
We'd be willing to talk about that, yeah. Once you have a better sense of your numbers. Absolutely.
And just, because we do want to make it a meaningful experience, it does say in your literature that the program is designed for small groups. So I just want to get an idea from what that means. What you guys define as small, and the 25 is realistic in that group for the students that have a meaningful experience.
No, 25 is not too big. We can certainly accommodate that. And somebody else?
Yeah, that'll be fine. By small, we were thinking, less than 100.
Okay.
Small.
And we can consider the plan of splitting group into two, depending on, as you said, there's several communities where they're placed and have simultaneous programs going on. If the group is too big and we're thinking that both logistically and academically they're not able to accommodate all of them.
Seems sort of unrealistic to us that we would be able to host 100 students in one community with 100 host families.
Yeah.
We don't feel like that would be very meaningful for us from a faculty perspective.
And that's why we're asking about the multiple
Right,
size.
Yeah.
Absolutely doable.
Yeah, but at the same time, if we consider multiple outside, then we have to hire different faculties for them. So it might be not really helpful in decreasing the cost of like more people. Then there is more teaching and more supporting staff. So.
Well, could we have, for example, if we had 3 different groups of 25, could we have different programs for each of them, like similar curriculum, but just they're focused in a different area with a different theme? Would that still be the same price?
Sure, we could design the curriculum that way, depending on our guides are all very skilled, and so we could match them up very well depending on which group wanted to study what.
Then there's always the issue of security and sending high school students to Mexico. What kind of what do you do to provide a safe environment for the students when transportation and going to these communities?
Well, of course, we hope that nothing would happen, but there's obviously travel insurance, and we try to keep a nice ratio between adults and students, making sure everyone's always safe. Of course, there is always that risk involved, but we've never experienced any problems.
All our
In the
guides are
past.
certified in CPR and first aid. Yeah.
I guess I mean more along the safety lines of if we're meeting with activists and there's some sort of community uprising or there's
Oh, we
You know,
keep
how-
we keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening in the community, and we would never put students in a precarious situation like that. So if we needed to adjust the schedule last minute, we're totally fine doing that. We would never.
We have a lot of Plan Bs.
We've got a million Plan Bs. You're always covered.
You have, time's almost up. You have a last few words to wrap it up?
Well, we'd be happy to work with you to provide this study opportunity for your students, your exceptionally gifted students. Provide a high quality program for those gifted